Hello. I am live according to the Facebook icon. Hi, you guys. Happy Monday. No, it's not Monday. I'm so used to always saying happy Monday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day Wednesday. We are here. April. Wow, you guys. It's April. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We are in the fourth month of 2021. Time waits on no one. Okay. And I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Renee Cage Watson. I am a lifestyle architect and I help women discover their purpose, live in their passion, construct the power within themselves to stand in their success while designing the balance that they deserve. Now, this week, we're talking about shame, and how shame just really keeps you from showing up. Kind of shrink yourself. You respond in maladaptive ways when shame is like in the background. For me, shame, I've had a lot of shame as a child of a mother who had substance abuse all her life. Um, Growing up, that was shameful, right? My mom was trafficked by my father. That was shameful growing up just to know that like my dad is a pimp and my mama is. So that was shameful. So I had all of this and I wasn't raised with my biological family. That was shameful. Like, what's wrong with me? And then I did my own stuff. So like you don't have control over stuff that happened to you as a child. So that's one thing, right? You just don't. But then the other shame that I had was stuff that I did myself, things that I did. And hey, Roxy, hey, Antonio, thanks for joining in. The things that I did, oh man, the mistakes, the bad choices, the places I went, the people I connected with, the things I did. It was a whole bunch, a whole bunch of stuff that one would say, oh, I'm ashamed of it. But I released that, because when you hold on to that, you don't get to grow. It's just part of looking at it's growth. You are learning, you are developing, it's new experiences. In my wonder years, I say that in my 20s, I did a lot of cutting up. And one could say I had a lot to be ashamed of, but I'm not. I went to jail. I did all sorts of stuff, right? I did drugs, and I'm still here. And I had to release the guilt and the shame behind the things that I did and release the guilt and shame about things that I didn't have control over because I just didn't. As a child, I didn't have control over the choices that my parents made. I just didn't. But that stuff can carry with you. It can, you will develop a certain belief about yourself, right? You'll start acting and responding in a way to like protect yourself. And over time, then that start catching up with you. So this week, like I said, I've been talking about how shame really keeps you from, I would say, living your full body yes. Because there's some that's holding back. You're holding back for something, right? There's this feeling of your unworthiness, this feeling that something's wrong. And that's something that I talk about in my signature program, Exhausted to Empowered. One of the modules is own your story, own your power. Because once you own it and just say, yes, it's mine, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it is yours. It's your story. Can nobody write it? But you have the responsibility. That's what I talk with my clients. You have the responsibility to create the life you want. You have a responsibility to heal. If you haven't healed from your childhood stuff or whatever happened, it's your responsibility to do that because there's help. There's things to help you move past that. Go see a therapist. I'm a therapist. Go see one. Go, you can see them remotely. Join a support group. Talk to your minister, whatever. Seek some help to resolve stuff from the past, because you can't undo it. You can't undo it, right? It's just like, what can you learn from it? How can you learn from it, right? And that's what it's about. There's nothing to be ashamed about anything. We make mistakes. We're imperfect people. We make mistakes. Our parents make mistakes. Our partners make mistakes. Our family member makes mistakes. People make mistakes. But it's your responsibility and decision to do something about it and not to be just stuck. And that's part of what I do in my program, is just get from being unstuck. Stop making the excuses. Well, my mama this, and my daddy this, and my ex-boyfriend, my ex-husband, my baby. You want to hear them stories and them excuses? Because that's all it is an story and an excuse, right? What is your reason? What is your reason to healing? You have to lean in and take charge. Take charge. Take charge of your healing. Take charge of your forgiveness of others. And, forgiving doesn't mean that you excuse behavior, that you're saying that behavior is okay. This is about you releasing it, because you may not get an apology. You may not get an acknowledgement that they did something to you or whatever. You may never, ever, ever, ever get it. But you got to be okay with that and move forward, because you can't undo what's back there. You only can do what's right in front of you. You only can do something right now, today. So, it's all about taking charge of your decisions. And I want to invite you also, talking about taking charge of your decision, in 2 weeks, I'll be hosting a 5-day, and it's free, 5-day challenge, Delegate Like a Boss. So it's all about you learning how to delegate. The skill set of being a leader, in your business, in your job, in your home, of yourself. You say, I don't have enough time to do this. I wish I had time to do that. You do have the time. You're just not using it strategically. So that's what we're going to do in this challenge, 5-day challenge. And it's in 2 weeks on the 21st. So each day I'll be giving you a challenge exercise. We'll be meeting live every night in the Facebook group. And by the end of that 5-day, you will have learned how to identify things that are taking up your time, that are not in alignment with what you need to be doing, how you need to be spending your time, so you can have more time doing the things that you love and like, or exploring more things that you love and like, right? So again, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, April 21st. And then after that, on the 28th, I will be hosting a live webinar. It is Boss Lady Redesign, how to design the life you want in 2021. Because this is about you making the decision, how you're going to live your life. Nobody else. You are in control of that. How you spend your time. What you focus on. Hello, hey, I'm trying to work these these comments. Hey, Artisa, thank you for joining in. Yeah, so you can't undo stuff. You can only 1 foot forward, 1 foot forward. You can learn from the past, because the past is information, it's data, right? It's information. It's important, but you can't undo it. So releasing the trauma, the hurt, the pain, the shame, let it go. And no, I talked in the group a lot about Brene Brown. She has several TED Talks about being vulnerable and just like releasing shame and guilt and pain. You got to let it go. You got to release it. And if you don't know how to do that, there's help. Okay, there's help. Therapy for Black girls. That's a great resource, a directory. You trying to find you a therapist, males, females. Therapy for Black girls. Although it says for Black girls, it's for everybody, but particularly for Black people. And yeah, so it's your responsibility. Let go of the shame. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the resentment. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm going to sing the bag. I'm not going to sing it, but it reminds me of Jill Scott, Bag Lady. You're going to miss your bus carrying all that stuff. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You got to let it go. It's garbage. Let it go. Toss it. Let it go. Pack light. All right. I will see you next week, next Monday. And I'll see you hopefully again next Wednesday. I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I've been in a transition, been migrating with my mother, 103, taking care of her full time. And yeah, so I got to delegate stuff. So it's freeing me up. So now I can take care of my mom full time, right? So that's what I've been doing. It was a lot of work. You don't realize how much stuff you could accumulate. Yes. So the purging and emerging, it was perfect spring, releasing a lot of stuff, making room to getting new things as well. So again, 2 weeks, April 21st, Delegate Like a Boss. 3 weeks, the live webinar, Boss Lady Redesign, Creating the Life You Want in 2021. See you there. Can't wait to see you there. And again, heal. It's time for healing. Talk to you soon. Be well.